what brought you initially to Facebook was your children. Were you married? Were you divorced?
No,
What?
no,
What?
no, 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 no. Not at that time. I was not married. I got a divorce in 1999, 2000. We had a divorce. I was married. Yes, I was married. I've been married. I got two children. Um, I'm divorced. You know, but me and her best of friends. So and me and her lived together to raise our children. We were like roommates for a while, and we raised our children together until they were 14. Until my oldest one was 14,
Okay.
and then I moved into my separate house in Atlanta, and then me and her co-parented from there.
Okay. Um. So um you actually. So do you consider yourself a gay man, bisexual,
No,
bicurious,
gay
or
man, gay man. But sometimes I feel like I'm more pansexual too because I sometimes it depends on because after that I was with a woman as 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 well. So,
um? Okay. So fair enough. What do your and so do your children know how successful you are on social media now?
mhm.
Y'all, please double tap. Well, please share the live, and as well as it's not about me. It's definitely about our special guest. Please get our special guest. If y'all don't mind, it's definitely some interesting content we have. Trina B is currently in the hospital with his mother, so we got to allow him some time to take care of some of the things that needs to be taken care of. Uh, she did just have surgery, and if she does deserve our prayers, regardless of what you think about somebody, uh, the we always want to see everybody definitely uh, be safe during this time. And if y'all just give him a few moments just to take care of what he needs to take care of, we'll be all right. Thank y'all so much for your patience while we conduct.
Hold on for a minute.
Certainly, take your time. All right. As we were saying, um, this is the Trina B interview, and we're definitely uh, discussing some of the things that brought him here and brought him to the situation. He's currently in the hospital with his mother. And so this is for the interruption. So I do pardon the interruption. Please, though, y'all, please, I'm asking you. It's not about me. It's definitely about special guests. Give them, and if you can, share uh, the live, if y'all don't mind. Um, and that's what we want to do. Thank y'all so much. And then definitely also too, if you could send a little prayer up for his mother, and we're praying for her speedy recovery. Um, we definitely want to do that as well. Okay. Thank y'all so much for that. And we're definitely praying for her. You wish you would pray for her recovery. Okay. You don't have to pray for her recovery, but you should. Yeah. Regardless of what you think about your favorite or not so favorite broadcasters, when it comes to real life situations, we do have to understand where our humanity lies. Um, and that's just it. We're going to ask about the colorist stuff. We're going to get into that in a moment, and we're going to see what he says or thinks about that for real. And we're going to get into that. We're just hitting on the part where he actually comes to Facebook and when it comes to Bigo.
So
Are you okay? Is everything okay, Trina?
yeah, I just made sure. So
Okay. I'm definitely glad for that. All right. So we were getting to when you first came on Bigo. What was it like for you first coming on this app?
um when it first came on the app, I was basically in the me and Cortez was trying to I was in the family of the honeybees. It was more like Cortez wanted to stay away from the mess. I wanted to gather towards the mess.
Okay. Fair enough. So there have been
So
speculation. I'm with you.
So that caused a conflict because some of the family members that was in the family started going to tell Cortez everything I done, but we was co-founders, so so I wanted to take the family to a new level. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to take the family to a new level of bringing other people in the family, you know, that liked me and what I was doing. Not per se followed me and was doing the things I was doing, but liked me and wanted to do it. But it seemed like every time I would try to want a person to come to the family, Cortez decided that he wasn't gonna add them because he didn't know who they was. So when I found out everybody that said they went wanted to come to the family and was never added to the family, as I was telling Cortez had the power to add and take away from the family. So
If you were co-founders, why didn't you have that power?
uh yeah,
If y'all were co-founders, why didn't you have that power?
because he never gave me the power to do that. He wanted to be in charge. He he wanted to be in charge, totally
Let me
in
ask.
charge. Because I guess he didn't trust my instinct at that time of wanting to bring somebody in the family at that time. But either way did it go, it started a whole bunch of confusion between me and some family members. So I decided if you weren't gonna remove these family members for disrespect to me, regardless to if they like you or how much they even giving towards you, you it was gonna be a problem, you know, because you didn't like me, but you in the family, you know. So you didn't like me, but you in the family. They could have supported him outside the family. I feel like they could have supported him not being a honeybee. They could have supported him if they were gonna be his fans. They could still have supported him, but they didn't have to come in between me and him.
Okay. There's
And
been we've interviewed uh Bag Life, and Ashley, as you know, and a few other people, Robert, and we've also done a panel together in regards to the Keys Agency. Um, there is speculation on exactly whose agency you were in originally, and from your mouth right now, this is your show. Whose agency are you in as a host?
Brandis, I never
Your
knew I was supposed to be in Backslice agency ever.
okay. So when you initially came to the app and you initially auditioned as a host, you were auditioning to your knowledge as a member of Keys to the Street.
Yes,
And the information that they have that may place you originally in Bag Lives agency, to your knowledge, is nothing. It's not credible.
it's not credible that that's a lie.
Okay. So did you at any time when you initially came on the app change your Bigo ID and redo an audition or anything?
No, I did not. Never.
Do you believe there were some reports that said that you may have done another host audition without your knowledge? Did you think that's possible?
No, I did not.
All right, and
And
that is
unless my first audition that I did, I passed it, and Brandon said I did not pass it, and then he auditioned me again under his agency. Now that could have happened because I did. Brandon did told me I failed one before, but I was like, how did I fail it? And I was in place in time and did everything I was supposed to do, and he said I failed the audition,
mm,
but he never gave me the reason of the felony.
Bag Life says that all of y'all originally were his agency, and Brandon re-auditioned y'all. Brandon was basically a recruiter for Bag Life at the time. This is what Bag Life is saying, and that you were one of the names that I mentioned. You, Trina B, had to re-audition because Brandon re-auditioned y'all for his agency once he had got one. Do you feel that it could anywhere be possible?
Mm, I don't feel like it can be possible because we we actually um w- hold on. We actually I don't know I really don't know how that can be possible. I mean, that all that's puzzling me. I don't actually believe that. I really don't believe it. I don't really understand why these people keep saying that. If they got any proof of that, if Bad Light got any proof of that, he need to show that to me. Because I don't know.
And then if I am, I,
But you want to be in Keys to the Street and Brandon's agency, correct?
I really don't want to be in Keys to the Street, but I
Feel like I'm trapped in Keystone to the street.
Okay,
But I definitely would not be in Bag Life Agency
because
because I've heard horror stories when I first came here that he was racist. He did a whole bunch of stuff to Pumpkin them. He did a whole bunch of things that I didn't even know nothing about. So I would never be attached to anything. Really, I would not be attached to none of some of these big broadcasters agencies. And I wouldn't be attached to Roberts, Twenties, none of them. That's just me personally.
all right, let's move on. So you said that and I'm gonna come back to that in a moment because there was some other stuff that came out recently in regards to some comments you made, and I want to make sure you have the chance, the opportunity to explain what you really felt, how you felt about it. But before that, I want to know kind of like what were you doing? So once you kind of disassociated from Cortez's honeybees, you began to do your own thing again, as you normally
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. I
how
became to
was that
do my
transition?
I became to do my Mama. What's wrong, Mama? You hurting? Cause you're not saying nothing. You sitting there. Hold on.
Like I said, we definitely pray for you. You every time you need a break, you can take a break. If you need to reschedule, we're fine with that too. Just let us know, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Um, but the question was simply to what was going on once you left Cortez and were doing your own thing. What was that like, and what was that transition like, and who were you working with, and what were
I felt like I was at my peak that I can basically be free and do what I wanted to do. I was no more bound to have to worry about what other people say or what other people do. I was able to free and flourish, and from that's when I went full fledged and opened the door to letting people know who I was. Or and everybody gravitated to it because I was the first. Again, I was one of the first to get the most views over here on um bigo from Facebook side. I was the first one when the clapback morning show was the first morning show to take off.
okay?
I
And
named the show. I was the first one to name any show over here on bigo. I started the name of the shows. I started the trend of the call-ins. I started the trends of the thing, and I really don't think I get enough credit for some of the things that I've put out and some of the things that I've accomplished on this app. I've been the most consistent on this app for 2 years straight. Consistent in views, consistent in getting my beans, and consistent in my um content. I've been
so,
consistent
so why do
in
you think?
all that.
What do you think anybody actually kind of stole your idea or your format for the show? When it comes to you saying you had the first,
Majority of them did. And I don't think nobody stole it. I can never say nobody stole it. I was the trendsetter. You know,
okay.
I was the trendsetter of the story because you cannot steal something that I wanted people to use it. I'm glad I was a model for so many other people to do their morning shows and to name their shows and to do the things they was I'm doing. I'm so glad because I'm not a selfish type of individual. I love to give and give back to to so many people. I'm never selfish to the point that that I feel like I'm the all to be all.
Okay, so when you say you don't get enough credit, what is it that you are seeking, and who are you seeking it from?
No, I feel that I don't get enough recognition like I should as being the oldest. You know, I'm the oldest and still they call me old. They call me stuttering Stanley. They call me many things, but I've set trends and I'm still kicking. I do things that some of these young people cannot do. You know, some of these young 22-year-old, 23-year-old can't keep up with me. So you know, it's not to be shady, but it's it's the truth.
Right? Well, we can't. There's no denying that you are definitely successful and consistent on the app. And if anybody denies that, they're just out of their mind. You are definitely consistent. Can we talk a bit about when it came to uh, your uh, your emergence off the app as far as what you're doing. I know personally, but maybe they don't know in the comments. You had a birthday bash, birthday weekend in Miami a few months back. Milan. Can you talk a bit about your interactions off the app and some of the things you're doing?
I learned that um, some things you do put your mind to, set your mind to. It never goes as planned, but long as you put your all into it and be and stand strong on it, and move forward, you always be successful, no matter how many stumbling blocks you may happen. You know, some things I feel like it was poorly planned because of the promotion. You know, the promoters was not. I got hooked up with some shabby promoters. You know, shabby people that I feel like, and it took me off to try to do things on my own and me learning the business, I didn't know. You know, I should have just canceled everything altogether instead of trying to go on with something that was already falling apart. You know what I'm saying? I should have canceled it, and that was my fault. But it's a learning lesson when you're doing things on your own and when you're not getting the help. A lot of times you have to learn things on your own because a lot of times people ain't gonna help you. People ain't gonna tell you. People ain't going to direct you. You have to learn things on your own. You have to learn as you go. And with that, it was a learn as you go. I think I did good, but I think it would have been even better if um, I knew more. You know.
So with that though, the lesson learned can be viewed as a success. You learned exactly what to and not do. My next question is this: so, what will you be doing? Will you be doing it again, or based on the information that
Oh
you've
yes,
learned?
I will. I will be doing that, but I will be hiring people in place to do everything. I would not be doing, and I would only be showing up to an event. I would never be doing an event or doing an event myself. I will hire promoters. I will hire event planners and all that. I would not be the person to do the involved in that. That's too much work, too much headache, and you trying to entertain and do your thing. It's impossible for you to get yourself together and do all that at once. And that's where something that I would never do, but I will do it again um because I think you learn from your mistakes and you you move on and keep doing. You never stop doing what you want to do just because you hit a stumbling block. 'Cause, you know, some people give up. I'm not a giving up type of person. You know.
Um, let's talk a bit about your entertainment. You do a lot, not just the call-in shows, not just the mess, but you actually do music. How you have a couple of songs that's definitely trending on the app. One of them used to actually sing at my wedding. Tell us about how you come up with your music or what that's about.
How I come up with my music is just off the dome, you know. It's just the talent stuff that be in my head, just comedian stuff that come off the dome, and and it really shocks me that people really gravitate to it because I'm thinking it's a key, but people taking it as craft, something real good. See, I make stuff up as on a on a kiki on a dome, but it's really talent because if you could just make stuff up on that, that's where I'm realizing that that I got more into me than I think. You know, more into me that I really didn't know that was actually there. As far as my craft, because I can make a song up just doing it and you know what, somebody, a producer came to me, a major producer came to me, he said that's talent alone, because ain't too many people can do that. Nobody can just make up stuff off their head, you know. you
Mhm.
know People just cannot do it. I'm talking about, this is what people have told me and came to me, that's very prominent people, and I would never call their names. I would never tell who they are because they don't want to be known on it, and they are on this app and they are behind the scenes, and it's a lot of producers on this app. It's a lot of people that comes on this app watches us, and people don't see that. It's a lot of real Hollywood money that watches us.
I would be remiss if I didn't ask this question. Charlie just came in and gifted you a shield. Uh,
Yeah, he do. He did.
are y'all? What's this? I
Yeah, me
mean,
and Charlie.
there's
Okay, I mean, Charlie's just like my nephew. You know, you argue with him every now and then, like Gucci. You fall out every now and then you okay. You know, what I mean, I don't hold grudges. One thing about Trina B, I've never held a grudge against nobody. I may not like you, I may not speak to you for a while, but holding a grudge is not in me because that's not who I was raised. I mean, how I was raised. My mother raised us not to never hold a grudge. Always the thing, and some people take that as being two-faced, but it's not being two-faced. It just it's just who I am as a person in real life. I never hold a grudge. I never take things serious on out, especially when I don't know you. If I never met you and we have never been friends and we have never been each other like, what you say don't matter to me. What you do to me don't matter to me because I don't know you.
well, that's a perfect segue into my next question. What about the situation with you and E Squad?
Um with Ebony, it was
No,
it's
with E Squad, not with Eb, with E Squad. There's a situation that Eb,
E Squad. Okay, okay. With E Squad, it's because they rally campaigns of counseling and me behind Ebony. They rally up, cancel Trina B, do all this stuff. They have tried to destroy me in many ways by telling people I'm a colorist, by telling people that I don't like black women. I don't like this, and that's not true. So when somebody allow me and try to make a big old hoo-ha concerning me, or try to destroy me, in that matter, or try to come for my character, and I know that's not the real who I am and what I believe in, then we're gonna have problems. And I feel that that's the problem I have with each squad because they too invested in into L bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
you and Eb have had a colorful relationship for the entirety I have known y'all on the app. So that goes back at least a year. Could you define or put in perspective exactly what it is that you and Eb have with each other? Because y'all do business, y'all
Originally,
do trade,
no, no,
big
no, no,
Christian.
no, no. Originally, I did like. I was really feeling Eb. I really did like Eb. I mean, originally as a genuine person, I thought Eb was a good person. I thought Elle was a excellent person, a real good person. But as I started noticing, I think Elle was more did not like me and and felt a certain way because of Cortez, and she felt like I kind of shunned Cortez a little bit or something like that. And I really felt like she never really, as I look back, that she really never really liked me from the get go. You know, this is how I really felt about her. Her always and my family used to always point out the Clapback family used to always point out things that she used to do. People make you aware of stuff that you don't see. So so my family used to sit back and point out things that Eb used to do. I'm talking about prominent family. I'm not talking about somebody that actually that didn't like Eb. I'm talking about prominent family that won't say nothing or say anything. They will point out certain things that Eb would do. Like say this. She would say this. Like one morning we was I was saying something about my gifters in my live. I was saying you ain't gonna just gift me and talk shit to me in my live. You know, just because you're a gifter, you can feel like you can talk shit to me. And then I felt like some of my gifters was just throwing on me just so that they can have free range, you know. So and I said that she's talking about, oh Trina B, instead of pulling me to the side and saying this as a friend, she gonna go live and say, Trina B, you think you I think you're gonna lose some supporters. I think you're gonna lose some supporters. You know, instead of saying this, because at that time I had more views than Elle, had more beans than Elle. I was getting more money than Elle would ever get at that particular time.
Gotcha.
So I felt like she was coming for me when it came to my bag, underhandling. I was like, okay, I'm cool with you. I'm helping you. I was the first one to get L to 30 boxes. I was the first one to get L, make L win a PK. It was because of me that L won her first PK. It was because of me. It wasn't because of E Squad, because E Squad don't give. Let's not in big numbers. They give, but not in big numbers. They barely give. Let's be frank with that. They barely give L.
Okay.
If and I feel like if it was not for Brandon, L would not be nothing. I feel like if it was for Brandon, L would not get 400K a month.
Oh, wow.
Period.
That's a
And
substantial.
and that's the way I feel, because I feel like her saving grace was Brandon. Brandon pushed her and kept her afloat from the beings that we made him from the and I feel that um, Brandon treated us like shit compared to L, and used our beings to make L be successful. Which he should have poured into us. He would have been better to pour into us because we was already making money. You know, his top lows. I felt like he did more for L than he did for anybody, but he did do for me, but not like he did when it came to Ebony.
Mhm.
You know, and we was his top host. We was his top host. We was his number one host as far as talent. I'm better than Eb in talent. I'm better than Eb in creativity. I'm better than Eb in mess. I'm better than Eb. I could do it all in one. And one, Eb could never stand up against me or sit with me and one day on none of my content.
Why do you think that then uh, Brandon puts her in those positions to win them?
Because she's a dog. She do anything he say do. She don't never go against Brandon. See the difference between me and Elle and them. We don't have to kiss Brandon ass. I'm not an ass kisser. If I feel like Brandon doing something, or Brandon is not doing something he needs to, I'm gonna speak up and tell Brandon. I'm gonna read Brandon like I've been reading Brandon from Facebook. When Brandon do something wrong, because Brandon is not business minded. He's not a business minded man. He's not business savvy, and I know you see it and everybody else see it. He's just not. Brandon is lazy.
You have an agency right now.
Mhm.
It's Clapback Agency, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Um, as an agency owner, um, you understand that the agency owners have a right to now withhold some pay if the agency owner feels that they are personally slandered by people in the agency. Are you
They can hold your pay, but they not supposed to. That's not bigo policies.
all right? It's kind of, but it is allowed. My
It,
question
it,
is,
it's allowed. It's allowed, but if bigo is not allowed in the rules, because bigo said if they abuse that power, they will be you can get your agent, they will stop it.
okay, well, you are one of the people that has in the past, like you said, if you feel he does something wrong, been vocal about that. Are you afraid that your pay
I don't
would be
know.
down
No,
because
because
of your?
if one penny of my money be dog, like I told Brandon, come the next month, he can shove that page and fart it out and shit it out, duke it out, flush it down the toilet, and all this to copy in the Trina B page because I would be going to another agency. He can have this page.
Um, okay. Do you? All right. So let's look into this. Early in the interview, you stated that you did not any longer want to be in the keys, regardless, but you feel trapped. Why don't you want to be in keys anymore?
Because I feel like Brandon is giving Ebony too much power to say what she want to or do what she want to. Like she runs the keys. Anything that he says, he's giving her too much power, and Ebony is gonna be the person to make him lose all his money. Cause so many people I know that's in the keys is running away. Come January the 1st, they are gonna surrender their page and leave because of Ebony. Not just me saying it; it's a lot of people saying it.
All right. All right. So now we let's talk a little bit about this. So you have begun doing your own agency thing. You're one of the top members in Milan's family, uh, the house, the esteemed house of Milan. What can we look forward to from you as we move forward on that?
What you can look be for me, I'm gonna try to calm down some of my rhetoric that can offend some people because it's not worth going so far as some of these people, especially with the E Squad. I said what I said about them, but I'm not going to continue on addressing them because they are nobodies. It's like I'm giving making them somebodies when they are nobodies. They'll never be a nobody. They'll never be anything. So I'm just gonna start ignoring some of the stuff, and because I'm at a spot in my life, I'm finna be uh, soon, possibly in Hollywood. I got a lot of gigs coming up, a lot of things that may put me in the limelight that I don't want to be, subject to add on to the things that I've already put out there that could be possibly come up, and I got to explain. I don't want to continue to have to explain myself in the midst of me being trying to be successful outside the app because my mouth is vicious. My mouth is is controcious. It's a lethal weapon, and I know if you say something to me or do something to me, nasty, I'm going all the way out. Any means necessary. I'm taking out children, everybody, grandmamas, granddaddies, and anybody. I'm taking them all out. So at that point, so I know better for me not to do is annoy you. So because my mouth is vicious, I'm just telling you, I'm not gonna hold back if somebody come for me. A roast. I feel like when a person come for you, you everything is off. Everything is fair game. So if you cannot be in the ring, I mean, if you can't get it, me, if you can't fight in the ring, get out. You know,
Yeah, very, very,
and
very,
me because
very.
remember, I don't know where everybody coming with this colorist stuff. I don't know where everybody coming with this homophobic stuff. If you come at me, why can I not come at you? At any means necessary.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Um, what are some things that you have done on this app that you think yourself maybe you've gone a little bit too far? You reinforce.
Um, let me tell you, I know when I talk about children, it's gone too far. But I do it anyway because I know I'm gonna get up under few bitches' skin, and I know I could have I can get away with it at that particular time when they have came from me, you know. So I stay I on the sometimes I say stuff for a business, for a person to start a mute campaign. Because I know you're gonna try to cancel me. So I say something to them so they can say cancel Trina B.
Okay. Um, Seeing as how that you have a lot of opportunities in front of you and a lot of things that you're doing and a lot of things you're working on, do you think that's necessarily like the most wise thing to do to be placed that you say things purposely to because cancellation is kind of real.
No. Cancellation is not real. Cancellation is only if you allow people to cancel you. I mean, if you don't stand on it, if you don't stand on your words. See, so many people waver on your words. Let me tell you the reason why cancellations don't work because they've been trying to cancel what's his name? Um 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 what's the dude name? The comedian, the comedian, what's his name?
Dave Chappelle.
Um, Dave Chappelle. He ain't been canceled yet. He's still standing on it.
But you can look at people like the baby who have lost his. If you look at his earnings from
Oh,
last year to
they
this year,
because the baby generalized. He generalized a whole group of people. When you don't generalize, I've never generalized black women. I've never generalized. I singled out L. Do you understand me? I singled out E Squad. Do you understand me? I've never generalized black women as a whole. I never have done that. So when you stand on what you said about that person and who you speaking to, and you mean it, now the context of it may have been wrong. The contents of it may have could have offended some people, and I've already apologized to that source if it offended some people that may have seen what I said to her. But my words still stand to her. Everything I ain't apologize. I'm not apologizing to her because everything I said I meant to her.
right? Okay. With that being said, some of the main things that you say in regards to her are things that some people may consider of a colorist or
Mhm.
singling out the darkness or complexion of her skin. Personally, I've met you in real life, and I count you as a friend. I don't think you're colorist because I'm black as all outdoors. But for the people, for the people that don't know you on a personal level, but know you through the app, who constantly hear the rhetoric when it comes to people who are of a darker shade, do you think that could be looked at as a colorist? And what do you say to those people that feel that
um,
it
um,
is genetic?
really, I didn't know nothing about the colorist thing until I got over here and Elb started saying that because she's so so insecure about herself. I feel she's so insecure. I guess she was bullied as a child, and she was bullied and she felt like that. So she started that colorist thing. I didn't even know nothing about being colorist until Eb even brought that up. I knew about the colorist thing as the term, but it never hound down on me until I called Eb a like mud duck creature from the Black Lagoon and all that, and all them things what I called her, you know. I mean, and I stand on everything I called her. But the thing about it, as far as it offending people, I didn't know it was gonna be a whole mute campaign. But only one that I offended was the E Squad.
Okay. Okay. Um, there was a context or a video that resurfaced when you mentioned something in regards to the dark skinned and slavery. You said, do you know the video that they're questioning about? You said it was an
Oh yeah,
older
the
video.
video. I was talking about it, but they took it out of context. It was a whole video. L had called my son a faggot, called me gay, called me everything, and I was responding to what she said, and then she said she was gonna counsel me. They were gonna take my bag and try to disabuse when she went on the rampage and went on the live house to try to counsel me for calling her black. But then I went on with the call her and then I call her I went even further. I said I'm finna go even further. I'm gonna say and that's when I went further and I said I'm finna even go even deeper now. You are messing with me. I'm finna get real colorist now. I'm finna get real. Since you called me a colorist, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna be a colorist. So I went even deeper at that point, and that's when they got the clip.
How long ago was that? When was that video taken?
Oh, that was about maybe a year ago.
Oh, okay.
And then I apologized to her. I apologized to Elle, but Elle was so selfish or so things she couldn't apologize to me because she had did things to me. She had did things to me
Right.
as well. But I made a man and apologized, and then Keith got that's when that's when Keith them got mad with me because I apologized to Elle.
I
That's when
was
everybody
waiting.
got mad with me because I apologized to Elle.
I was kind of waiting for you to mention that because I don't like to bring it up. I like you to say, what is your relationship with Keith? You've had a colorful rivalry with him sometimes.
Keith
Yeah.
feel that I let Brandon them take advantage of me. He feel like I got more talent. Keith feel a certain way when it comes to me, and I could see Keith thing of being trying to be cool with me concerning that. But I'm my own person. I don't hold grudges. Keith Keith can't tell me who to talk to and when to talk to. So I think Keith was trying to control that. But Keith has been right. I'm not gonna lie. He has been right about when it comes to evidence. He has been right on some things when it comes to Brandon. I can give that thing. But on the thing about I'm not gonna let nobody run me because I'm not that type of person. Keith the type of person he one sided. He wanna hold a grudge towards Brandon forever. I'm not gonna hold no grudge towards nobody because you got to get to the bag and you can't win holding no grudge and that's what I believe and you cannot win holding a grudge. Keith would lose everything. He lost everything for holding a grudge. He lost everything for allowing Brandon them to get him that man, get him to the point that he would lash out doing things that cause him eventually to be exercised off of bigo. You know? And Keith is a good person. I mean, Keith, not say Keith is a good person, but Keith have come up has some good points. He's not a good person as far as his mouth. He could be very vicious. We all is very vicious. I'm vicious too, you know. But the thing about it, Keith has uh, been his own big I say his own worst
Worst thing.
enemy. Keith has been his own worst enemy because he allowed them to, you know, do what they did.
Okay. Um, do you so do you feel that you have so you never actually
And if Keith didn't have a vendetta attitude, I would mess with Keith before I mess with Brandon now. If Keith didn't have a vendetta attitude, if Keith didn't have if Keith had a forgiving heart and didn't hold grudges, I would mess with Keith before I would mess with Brandon them any day.
okay, that's fair. Do you see yourself working with him anytime in the future? Maybe. Do you think that's
But
the
me and
type of
Keith
way?
work on. Me and Keith just like we don't know each other in real life. You know what I'm saying? We don't know Keith in real life, but me and Keith works off and on. Me and Keith argue and roast each other and do certain things. And do certain things. But as far as if Keith was no such if Keith was not vindictive and of doing some things, I would work with him. I mean, seriously, I don't like the way Brandon operate. That's just me. As far as business, that's just me.
Um, what are your thoughts on Pumpkin? I asked because her show, the Take Your L show, is a call-in show. You mentioned earlier that you feel like you began those shows. Um, and we've seen you and her. So what it, and she's also mentioned you in an interview in regards to where y'all were when the cold bag life thing happened. Um, what do you think about
Oh, Punkin just Punkin. I don't pay Punkin no mind. Punkin about like Ashley. You know, me and Punkin don't came to a point that we roast each other and we laugh and kiki. I don't take her seriously because Punkin has never did nothing to me to the point that that I can say I can just stop talking to Punkin. You know? You know, Punkin just Punkin. I mean, she
it?
Punkin just like 21 to me. You know, 21, Punkin, and them they they just like I don't take them serious. You know, it's a key.
Okay. Um, recently you made headlines in regards to your page being banned and or hacked. There was a lot of speculation when it came to that. What actually happened with your page, and was it
Of
when
that
the
my
hack?
page was not my page was not um um actually it was actually my page was hacked. I tapped on to a message in WhatsApp,
Okay,
and my WhatsApp is tied to my was tied to my bigo account. My WhatsApp number was tied to my bigo account. And when I tapped on it, for some reason, they got into my bigo account. They got into my bigo account and they kept hitting the number. You know how you know the number on the thing. Kept going into it to it. And brother said you had to give them a number. I didn't give them nothing. They got in. They got into. Not only they got into. See, a lot of people don't know. Not only did they get into my WhatsApp, they got into my bank account. My whole cell phone was hacked.
wow.
My whole cell phone was hacked. Everything that was on my cell phone, all my passwords, everything, they had changed to all my, even my jacket account, every account that I had. Girl, everything I had, they had don't
So,
got it.
um,
Facebook, everything.
and so, how did you recover? And then, what was the speculation
Um,
about
um,
the ban?
um, Verizon helped me cover a majority of everything. Verizon, saying it was a glitch. Verizon did it. They recovered everything from the hacker, but they could not recover Bigo. Bigo was the only one because they was not they didn't have a headquarters here in the US. So what I had to do is go straight through Bigo and write them feedback and I was up on the hacker. The hacker was smart. He was changing stuff. He had not got me banned. He don't got inside of my account and show the terrorists. He had on sent emails. I mean, he had on sent messages to people telling them he was official bigo official bigo admin, and that they can come to him to get beans and
So,
everything.
was any of your money taken?
No, no, they got some beans out off of here, but they didn't get much. Cause Bigo freezed them, but Bigo gave me everything back. Bigo gave me all my money back. Everything was come back, and I changed my Bigo ID and I changed the number. I was lucky to be up on them real quick to change my number, to change my Bigo ID. I was up on it. You got this. I was up on the hacker big if I didn't stay 2 steps ahead of the hacker, he would have took my whole account. He would have had it. But the thing about it, I was writing Bigo every time he would do something, I write feedback. Every time he would do something, I would write feedback and stop him. Every time he would do something, and then my people was helping me too. He changed my Bigo ID at first. He changed the whole page. He was trying to hide that page.
Okay. Okay. So the letter you got from Bigo about the banning, that was just what, fictitious, or what was that?
Huh?
The letter, there was a
It
letter.
never did happen. It don't. I don't know if it happened because I did not. I changed my Bigo ID or whatever happened, but it did not happen. It did not. It did not happen. I never got banned on that particular ban ever. So that ban for me was bogus. Now I don't know if it was true that I was supposed to be banned on it, but I never got banned on that particular ban.
What was going on with Miss Teresa during this time?
Miss Teresa was trying to get me. Teresa helped me with my my Facebook stuff. She told me to change my accounts and told me to change my accounts information. She helped me with some of that, changing some of my stuff. She helped me with that, but she didn't help me get my Bigo account back. No.
Um. Okay. Well, we're definitely 100,000% glad that you have got that rectified and that everything turned out for the better with that. Um. This is the point of the interview where I say absolutely positively nothing, and you can shout out or say fuck you to whoever you want to say fuck you to if you love somebody. No, I have one more question. I'm so sorry. Let me ask this question. What's going on in your love life? Is you dating? You single and happy? Single and
Um,
looking?
I'm 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 dating it, but I'm so secretive when it comes to my life outside this app. I would never let Bigo know anything until it's it's sealed, signed, sealed, and delivered. Signed, sealed, and delivered. And the foundation is as hard as a rock. They will never get that thing. Even with that, I'm very private when it comes to my relationships. I'm very private when it comes to my family, my relationships, my things outside this app, because you cannot allow people to get into your personal space and your personal peace. I feel that like that's something that everybody should do. Your personal peace is never supposed to be involved on this app, and you're supposed to keep most of it closest to you as possible as you can. Relationships is not good to be broadcast on social media because they can make it or break it.
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. I need to take some of your advice, sister. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Uh, so check it out. This is we got some interesting stuff, and we got some peculiar like things. I didn't know it went that deep.
And I want to tell people this. My foundation is God. I mean, I stand on that. I live by that. I pray every morning before I even come on this app. I pray that God guide me through every situation, and I'm a natural a protector over my family, over my platform, over everything. So that's why I give it to God, because I believe that He's a protector of all, and he's the first in my life. He's over my children. He's first before my children, first before my mother, my anything in my life before my finances. I give it all to him. So in that's why I believe I'm so successful, because I give it all to God.
Hey, and we love that about you. Tell us, right now, it's your turn to say your shout outs. Anybody want to put a
And
spotlight
I give a shout out to everybody that love Trina B, and even I give a shout out and show love to my haters, because if it was not for my haters, I wouldn't even be here where I'm at today. I even love you haters. I even give I even give my blessings to you. I hope you be blessed, because you sure enough has blessed me along the way, and made me strive to step a little higher, and made me even go a little even harder. And I love every hater. I even love you more because you was my hater. See you.
period? Y'all make sure y'all catch Trina B on the Clapback Morning Show. It's everything one of my favorite shows to watch in the morning time. She's eating it up, and all throughout the day she's gonna be in the Beagle Streets doing her thing. Make sure you like, follow her. I promise you, you will not be disappointed at all. Thank you so much, friend. I was a good interview. I had fun. Did you? I know you were going through your
Yeah.
situation, but it was good. I liked it. How about you? You did you? I know it was a little outside of the element of cussing everybody out, but you did great on it. No shade.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
you, Shakie. Love y'all.
Thank
See y'all
you.
later.
Thank you. Love you so much.
Bye bye.
All right, y'all. All right. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. Okay, so you know what time it is, y'all.